transporting oxygenated blood away from the heart and transporting deoxygenated blood towards the heart. Aorta, arteries, arterioles, and capillaries are the names of blood vessels that carry oxygenated blood from large to small. Veins and capillaries are the names given to vessels that transport deoxygenated blood in descending order of size. There are so many blood vessels that if they were laid end to end, they would span 60,000 miles. Red blood cells transport oxygen throughout the body. They're so tiny that 2.5 million of them can fit on a pinhead. A typical adult has 5 quarts of blood, and the heart pumps 83 gallons per hour, or 2,000 gallons per day. Blood leaves the heart in about 60 seconds, circulates around the body, and then returns to the heart. The rib cage and sternum surround and protect the heart. colon, where water is absorbed and bacteria extract and manufacture important vitamins. The colon measures 5 feet long. The rectum is the final stop, where indigestible food and gas are passed through the anus as feces and flatulence. Gastroenterology is the study of the digestive system. The stomach is a muscle sac that contains hydrochloric acid. It has a mucus lining to protect itself from the acid. An adult stomach has a capacity of 0.5 gallons of food and liquid. The stomach has nerves that tell your brain whether it is empty or full. Vomiting is the body's way of rejecting bad food and liquid. Chyme, or partially digested food, enters the small intestine after leaving the stomach. In an adult, the small intestine is 16 to 20 feet long. It's called small because it's narrow, about the width of your thumb. The gallbladder secretes gall to break down fats in the small intestine, and the pancreas secretes insulin to regulate blood sugar levels. Millions of tiny hairs called villi increase the surface area of the small intestine, allowing nutrients to be absorbed into the bloodstream. The surface area would cover a tennis court if laid out flat. Food moves through the intestine via wave-like contractions known as peristalsis. Celiac disease is a small intestine disorder. The large intestine, also known as the colon, is about 5 feet long and is called that because it is wider than the small intestine. Digestion can produce up to 1.3 gallons of fluid. The colon's main function is to reabsorb the majority of this fluid, causing things to move slowly. Food can take 18 to 24 hours to leave the digestive system. The large intestine is home to billions of helpful bacteria known as gut flora or the microbiome. Certain vitamins are manufactured and extracted. Gas is produced during fermentation by gut bacteria. Fiber is essential for gut health. IBS and colon cancer are examples of colon diseases and disorders. The human immune system is the body's military. It is made up of white blood cells as well as antibodies. These detect and eliminate foreign bodies such as viruses, bacteria, parasites, fungi, and abnormal cells. White blood cells are produced in bone marrow and circulate throughout the bloodstream and lymphatic system. A single drop of blood can contain as many as 25,000 white blood cells. When white blood cells attack, they envelop and destroy the pathogen. The remains are removed by the lymphatic system. Through antibodies, the immune system is able to remember infections and fight them more effectively. Vaccines work by stimulating the immune system to produce antibodies against a disease, such as polio or measles, without the patient actually contracting it. The individual is then immune to the disease. Because of the herd immunity effect, it is critical to obtain vaccines even if the disease is no longer prevalent. Stress, smoking, lack of sleep, poor diet, and diseases such as HIV, AIDS can all weaken the immune system, making you more susceptible to infection. Allergies and allergic reactions are a symptom of an overactive immune system. Allergic reactions can result in anaphylactic shock and swelling to the point where a person is unable to breathe. Autoimmune diseases, such as lupus, a occur when the immune system attacks its own body rather than just germs. Too much cleanliness isn't always a good thing. The immune system cannot develop or learn what is harmful or not unless germs are present to produce antibodies. Immunology is the study of the immune system. The reproductive system's function is to generate new life in order for genes to be passed down to future generations. The reproductive organs of a woman include a pair of ovaries that produce eggs and the uterus, which is where a baby grows until it is ready to be born. The testes, where sperm is formed, and the penis, which delivers sperm into the uterus, are among a man's reproductive organs. Occurs when an egg and sperm cell fuse as a result of sexual contact, and a baby begins to grow. A baby's gestation period is 40 weeks, or 9 months, during which it develops from a few cells to a fully formed baby. Humans reach reproductive age around the age of 13 years. Puberty is arriving earlier with each generation thanks to good nutrition. Every 28 days, a woman produces 1 egg. Menstruation sheds the uterine lining if it is not fertilized. A man's ejaculate can contain up to 300 million sperm cells. HIV, AIDS,